Okay, so this is a tutorial on how I do the closed captioning or subtitles for my YouTube videos. So what I start with is I go to my YouTube channel, my YouTube studio, and I upload a video. And of course, this will work also with videos that are already uploaded. But I just wanted to show you the process from the start. So now it's processing the video, and what I do is I sort of fill out the details I can, and I just click next and do this, and then click next, and then I choose unlisted as visibility, and then I can save it and it can process while I do other things. So it will take some, what happens now is that the YouTube algorithm is searching through the content for copyright claims, and also it sort of processes the audio and basically uses Google Translate to automatically do the subtitling for you. And what I will show is how you can publish that and sort of work with it like manually to make it even better, or make it good, because it's not like that good from start. So now it has been okay. It's 1% left to process, and this is just for the video to sort of get well, not get published, but to get ready for us to do some editing. And I will say that, of course, the Google Translate system takes a whole lot of time to go through your video, and so it could take a few hours before you get the automatically rendered subtitles. So you have to be patient. It's a little bit depending on how long your video is. So now my video is just like a minute or so, my test video here. And so I will pause this recording and get back to you when the closed captioning is ready to go. But I first want to just show you, I don't know why it's processing stopped there, but I think I can close this one, and here we go. Here's the unprocessed video, and I go to details, and I go down here to subtitles, and then we see here that there is an English video language that I can add, but that is, if I do that, that is not what I want. I want to wait a little bit longer so that the automatic subtitling is added first. So I will pause now and get back to you when this screen has refreshed. So now I've refreshed my screen, and it took about 15 minutes for this video, which isn't very long, for this to change to be like English automatic instead. And instead of the text saying add, it says duplicate and edit. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to duplicate and edit this one. Press this one, and then you see here the text showing up all over the place. I should also mention that this I have like a an extension. So these red parts here is like an extension I have on my computer. So you won't have that, I think. So what we're going to do is to click on assign timings, and then it will be much clearer. So this is what the automatic system has done. It has taken the audio and put it into words here. So now we're inside the closed captioning tool that YouTube Studio is providing. So we can make some edits here. We can, for instance, start with doing like the capital letters and doing what do you call it, periods and everything, because everything here is just like one continuous text with no formatting whatsoever. However, there is the timing, and you can see down here there is like a graphic representation of the text here and the audio here. So here I can actually see where I talk, and if I scroll on this timeline here, I can see that that first text ends here, and here gets another text here, and I can do things like changing the timing, like dragging over here, and that is absolutely the best way to do it. I can also do it manually by entering different digits here, but that will be much more time consuming, I think. So what I like to do is I like to just run the video and see how the sound is, or rather how the audio, the speaking voice is matching the words. So I can fix stuff that I think is wrong. So just go over this. I'm hoping this won't be the most boring Angelina video you've ever seen.
There's no action!
So you can see here, for instance, there's a trouble here, because this is like, in the captioning you can see there's no action, and that is from this movie clip. So I want to split those to a separate, and I can show you how you do that. So over here, when I'm active here, I have a plus sign here. So I can actually add another captioning over here. And then I can see where should that captioning start. Well, this is the selected frame here, and if I select this one, it jumps to the start of this, this captioning. So I go over here, and now I can move this a little bit, so I can move this over here, because this is the end of me speaking, sorry, and this is the beginning of course, Telly Savalas speaking. There's no action, and this is the representation of that frame. So he begins speaking like somewhere here, I think, well, like that. So I think that would be nice. I mean, we could have it a little bit longer, perhaps. So, and I just take that text, there's no action, like over there. I press, I cut from the keyboard there, and I paste it into there instead. And you see here is a remove caption line here, and that is useful if you have like singing and the Google Translate system is catching some of the songs and think that is like you want a caption there, and you don't want that. You can just so remove it by clicking this icon. So now I can see if I play how this looks like.
There's no action!
Okay, so I think I need to, there's just a short clip, but I don't want that text to be on the screen when the image changes, so maybe I will do it like that, and make it a little bit sooner there. I can also start from this point and see the
So, I'm hoping this
timing
won't be the most boring Angelina video you've ever seen.
There's no action!
Okay.
I'm
So
warning you right now.
it's a little bit faster, but you can see you can work with this for a very long time. And so I'm just sort of a quick view how I work with it. And so when I'm done with this one, if you want to translate this language to this English here, these subtitles to another language, what I do is I save this file when I'm ready with it, where I have the punctuation and everything ready, like should be like punctuation there and maybe capital letters and stuff. I go up here to those 3 dots, and there you have download subtitles. So I do it like that, and it goes to my computer, and I will pause here and prepare for the next stage, that is how to get a new language up and running. So the next stage is to find a text editor that can handle these files. And I've just a basic text editor on my Mac here, and I can open the file I downloaded from YouTube, the captions-20.sbv file, and it's basically just a text file. I'm not sure what kind of text editor you have, but I think you will sort that out. So this is the text file, and I want to save this in a format that is compatible with Google Translate, and that is .txt format. So I have to export as, or save as here, txt, and that is, well, it should be anything here really. I just have to, yes, txt, yes, like that. Just save it. And the reason for that is when I go to translate.google.com, there's a 5,000 limit on the amount of characters here. So I have to upload a document. But first I need to detect language. I need to say it is English and I want it translated to Spanish here. So then I press Documents and I find my clip. It's the .txt, and I click Translate. So now it's not working. I don't know why. What happened? English to Spanish. Let's begin again. Okay. Now it's in Spanish. So I don't know any Spanish, so I'm sorry. I don't know how accurate this is, but that is what you have to do then later to go over, just like I did with the English version, and see if there is anything wrong. And one thing is also a little bit a problem, and that is that for some reason Google Translate inserts like spaces here. So when we take this text and copy it and go over to the text again and we paste it, we see here in the formatting here there's no space at all here. So if we paste this one over, we see there's a space here. So we have to search and replace all those spaces, and I do it like I take the comma and the space and I copy that one, and I press Find and Replace, and I paste find comma and space and replace it with just comma, and do that in everything. So now the file should be okay. So now I have to save it again, save as the captions Spanish. Okay. Okay, I'll just pause here because my daughters are home from school. Just a minute. Okay, so I'm sorry for that interruption, but let's continue. So I'm saving this file as Spanish, and like that, and then I can go over to the video here. Let's see. On this one, of course I have to this is the English version. I have to publish this first, like so, and then I have to add language here and find Spanish here, like so, and then I have to add subtitles over here. And now I can upload file here. With timing, yes, continue. And I will search for my Spanish text there. And there you go. There it is. And should be working fine. Yes, you do. And so just go through it and see all the different spelling mistakes or maybe words that are not okay. And then you go publish on that one. There's one thing I want to also want to point out, and that is the title and description. It's when you translate, it should be also translated. So you go over here to add. And then I haven't done any title and description here, but you can easily just copy from this one and go over to Translate, Google Translate. You don't have to do a document for this one because often those are not that long. So you can just do it like that, and then you can copy. Yeah, you can copy like that. You have to copy like on this. That's also pretty stupid, but you have to copy translation with this button here, and I go over to the and paste that over there, and do the same with the description, then publish. So I think that's basically it. I do. I don't know if this is recommended or not, but I do this. When I'm finished, I delete the English automatic version, like so. Because I now have my English that is up and running, and now I also have my Spanish, and it's easy to go in and edit the text again if you want to. So maybe we should see what it looks like on the let's see here, details, and copy that link. Let's go to another and say paste there. And we can see if it works. Now it's still unlisted, this video clip, so you can, yeah, so you see it's working here, and I go over to subtitles, and I think I can, I think it's here, subtitles. I can choose Spanish instead. So that's it. Don't go overboard about doing everything correctly. I mean, it's well, it's up to you, but happy closed captioning. Bye.